My beloved, you deserve nothing but truth from me, and today my words may wound you, but they cannot remain buried any longer. I have carried a fire in my chest that refuses to die, a flame I tried to suffocate with silence, with duty, with prayers to the heavens, but it has consumed me all the same. I must confess what you may already have sensed in my restless eyes, in my distant silences, in the tremors of my soul when I speak of her. Yes, my heart has betrayed the bonds of this marriage. My heart has turned towards another, and that other is none but her, my late brother's widow, the queen who still drapes herself in grief, and yet, in her sorrow, I have found the echo of my own existence. I know how dark, how forbidden these words sound, but what power do I hold over the tides of love that drag me away from shore and cast me into a storm I no longer wish to resist? I have tried to fight it. I have tried to remind myself that she was once his, my brother's, not mine, that her eyes once belonged to another man, and her hands once carried vows meant for another. Yet, whenever I see her, my heart forgets reason. I see not my brother's widow, but a woman whose pain has carved her soul into something both fragile and unyielding, a woman who bears her loneliness with dignity, while the court watches her every tear. And in her silence, I found my own reflection, my own longing, my own restless spirit. This is not mere desire, this is not a fleeting madness, it is love as cruel as it is undeniable, and I cannot bury it beneath the stones of duty any longer, for it rises each day, like the sun, and burns me alive. You are my wife, and it is you who should have been the keeper of my heart. You gave me loyalty, you gave me your years, and you gave me your name upon your lips. I do not deny your worth, nor your sacrifice, nor the love you once poured into me like water into dry soil. But love is not always just, it is not always obedient to vows and bonds. Mine has wandered against my will, towards her. The court whispers already, the kingdom frowns upon the very thought of it. Yet I, your husband, your prince, have made my decision. I cannot live a lie any longer. I cannot play the role of a faithful man when my very soul kneels before another. It is her I love, her I have chosen, and her I shall wed, no matter how the world condemns me. This is not cruelty, though it may appear so. This is not betrayal, though your heart may scream it so. This is the truth of a man enslaved by his own heart. I cannot pretend, I cannot carry this mask upon my face for another day. I have fallen for her, and it is a fall from which I shall not rise. She is the one who lives in my every prayer. She is the shadow that haunts my nights, and she is the light that guides my mornings. I will not deny it any more, and I will not turn back from it. I am telling you this, because you must know the path I have chosen. I shall marry her. Yes, I shall take my brother's widow as my own, and no counsel, no law, no frown of king or court shall undo what I have sealed in my heart. This is my final decision, and upon it I will stand until my last breath. Forgive me if you can. Curse me if you must. But do not doubt the certainty in my words. I am a man lost to love, and this is the fate I embrace. You will remember me as cruel, perhaps, or as selfish, but know that in this cruelty lies my truth, and truth, though bitter, is the only gift I have left to offer you. My queen, my brother's beloved, my torment, my solace. How long shall I carry this silence like a shackle around my throat? How long shall I bow before duty, while my heart beats only for you? Tonight, I cannot hide any longer. I have lived in shadows, watching you veil yourself in grief, watching you mourn a man who was my blood, while I in secret mourned a love I dared not speak. Each glance you cast, each tear that fell, struck me like arrows. I told myself it was forbidden. I told myself it was sin. I told myself it was treason to both blood and crown. But tell me, how can the heart obey such commands when it trembles only for you? You are my brother's widow, yes. But to me, you are the very air I breathe, the fire that devours me, the storm I willingly drown in. I am undone, and it is by you. For months, I fought against this fever, this relentless tide that pulled me to you. I tried to silence it with reason, with loyalty to my brother's memory, with the weight of the crown that hovers above me. But love is a tyrant stronger than kings, and it has brought me to my knees before you. I see you not as my brother's wife, nor as the court's queen, but as the woman who has captured my soul beyond redemption. When you walk, the world fades. When you speak, I hear no other voice. When you weep, I die 1,000 deaths, and when you smile, I am reborn. Can such love be a crime if it is the very essence of my being? I have come to you tonight not as a prince, not as your late husband's brother, but as a man stripped bare of titles, stripped bare of shame. I come to you as the man who has loved you in silence, who has burned in your absence, who has tasted despair in every heartbeat that did not belong to you. My queen, my love, my only, hear me. I love you beyond reason, beyond duty, beyond the laws of men and gods. I love you with a hunger that has consumed every shred of me. And if the world casts stones, if the court brands me traitor, let them. I would rather fall in disgrace at your feet than live 1,000 lives in a lie without you. He steps closer, his voice breaking yet burning with intensity. Come closer to me, do not turn away. Feel what I feel, this trembling of my hands, this storm inside me that no crown, no kingdom could ever tame. I have dreamed of this moment, of your arms around me, of your breath mingling with mine. For too long I have walked the corridors like a prisoner, but here with you, I feel like a man set free. You are my forbidden paradise, my dangerous salvation. Let me hold you, if only for a moment, as though eternity were ours to command. He finally takes her into his embrace, clutching her with a desperation that borders on worship. His lips find hers, trembling at first, then fierce, as though he has broken every chain that bound him. In this kiss, I am no longer a prince, no longer a brother. I am only a man who has finally claimed his truth. In this kiss, I am alive, I am whole, I am free. You are mine, and I am yours, and no decree, no whisper, no curse of heaven or earth can undo what has now been sealed between us. If this be sin, then let me be damned forever, for I have never known a heaven sweeter than the taste of your lips. My queen, my love, my torment. I have crossed the threshold tonight not as a prince, but as a man stripped of all masks, all titles, all pretense. For so long I have walked behind you like a shadow, choking on vows that were never mine, drowning in silence, while my heart cried out for you. I told myself I was strong enough to resist, that loyalty to my brother's memory would save me, but every time you passed me, every time you lowered your eyes, I felt a piece of myself shatter. How long must we live in cages built by other people's hands? How long must I call you sister when my blood burns to call you beloved? Look at me now. I have fallen, and I will not rise from this love. The court will call me a traitor. They will spit my name like poison, whisper that I am desecrating his grave, that I have stolen what was never mine. Let them. I have worn the chains of their judgment long enough. For years I was a falcon with bound wings, waiting, waiting, waiting. Tonight I break those bindings. Tonight I tell you with no shame and no mask. I love you. I love you beyond reason, beyond the reach of law, beyond the scorn of kings and gods alike. My heart has been yours from the moment I saw you veiled in grief, and yet radiant like a hidden sun. You are the wound and the cure, the poison and the wine. You are the one I cannot unlove, even if it kills me. If you curse me, I will bear it. If you strike me, I will not resist. But do not ask me to lie anymore. Do not ask me to stand at your side like a dutiful brother, while my soul burns for you. When I dreamed of freedom, it was not of crowns or conquests, it was of you. You in my arms, you without the weight of forbiddenness between us. You with your head against my heart as though we belonged to no one but ourselves. This is not lust. This is not passing fever. This is the marrow of my bones, the blood in my veins. Say nothing if you must, but feel it. Feel what I have become because of you. Come closer. Let me hold you once without fear, without chains. Let me feel your heartbeat against mine and remember, if only for a moment, that we are not names or titles, but simply two souls lost in each other. When my lips find yours, it will not be as a thief, but as a man who has crossed deserts of silence just to reach this moment. In this kiss, I am no longer a prince, no longer a brother. I am only the man who has loved you in the dark, and now dares to love you in the light. If the world calls it sin, let me be damned. If the heavens call it treason, let the heavens fall. For here, in this moment, you are my freedom, my truth, my only prayer answered. Listen to me, listen before you turn away. Everything that I have been, everything that I have built, every breath of duty, every scar of loyalty, I lay all of it at your feet. You are not a passing hunger in me, you are the echo of my soul. From the first day, I saw you standing at my brother's funeral, veiled in black, with the weight of the kingdom pressing your shoulders down. I felt something inside me break and bloom at once. I fought it like a soldier fights an enemy. I prayed to be rid of it. I drank bitter wine to numb it. I buried myself in war and counsels and decrees. But your eyes followed me even in the darkness. Your voice, even when silent, lived under my skin. How does one resist a shadow that lives in his own blood? How does one kill a longing that wakes with him every dawn? I cannot. I will not. Do you know what it means to be torn in two every single day? To stand at your side as a brother and bow as a subject, while my heart stands elsewhere, kneeling before you as a man who loves. Do you know what it means to smile before the court and pretend, while inside, every heartbeat calls your name? For months, for years I have played that part. And every night I lay awake, seeing your face in the dark, hearing your footsteps in the halls, and feeling my own hands shake with a desire I was forbidden to name. I am not proud of this. I am not proud of breaking under it. But what pride can stand before a love like this? What law can cage a heart that has already burned its way through every chain? They will call me traitor. They will call you impure. They will call our love a crime. I have already heard their whispers echoing in the corridors like snakes. I know what I risk, and yet I stand here. I know the cost, and yet I pay it. Let them burn my name from their books, let them strip me of my crown, let them drag my body through the mud. None of it matters if I can hold you, even once, as my own. Even if this ends in ruin, at least it will be our ruin, chosen, not inherited. I would rather be cursed in your arms than praised on a throne without you. I would rather die as the man who spoke his truth than live as the prince who swallowed it. And now, here, before you, I ask nothing but a moment of truth. Do not think of crowns. Do not think of courts. Do not think of the dead or of the living. Think only of this moment, you and I, here. Feel my hands tremble when they touch yours. Feel my heart when it breaks against your silence. In your eyes I see not my brother's widow, but the woman who has haunted me, undone me, and remade me. If you tell me to leave, I will go. If you tell me to forget, I will try, and fail. But if you tell me to stay, if you let me hold you, if you let me kiss you, then let it be not as a prince taking what is forbidden, but as a man finally freed of his chains. This is my confession. This is my plea. This is my last surrender. If you come to me, I will not hide you. If you choose me, I will not keep you in shadows. I will stand before the court, before the kingdom, before the gods themselves, and I will say, she was my brother's, and now she is mine, and no man shall tear her from my side. I will bear every insult, every blade, every curse. I will burn down the walls they build around us. I will give up the crown, the army, the name of my blood, everything but you. Because you are the only thing in this world that I did not inherit, the only thing that I chose. And if this love is war, then I go to war smiling, because at last I know what I fight for. I will not retreat now. Not after I have spoken. Not after I have stripped myself of every mask. This is not a fever to be cured. This is my truth. I have stood on battlefields where men screamed in blood, and yet never have I trembled as I tremble before you now. Do you think I do not hear the court whispering? Do you think I do not feel the knives of their judgment? I do. And still I stand. Still I speak. Still I dare to love you. Because what is a crown without a heartbeat? What is a kingdom without a soul? It is a throne of ash. And I will not sit on it alone. Let them write their laws. Let them cry out their curses. Let them drag my name through the dirt. I will answer them with one name only, yours. I will not hide you like some shameful secret, nor will I touch you like a thief in the dark. I will take your hand in daylight, in front of them all, and they will know that I have chosen you. My brother's death was not our doing. Our love is not a crime. It is a fire born of grief and truth, and the blood of two souls that found each other in the ruins. And if the gods hate us for it, then let the gods come down and face me themselves. I have already imagined their punishments. Exile. Stripped titles, no armies, no home. They may cast me out, but they cannot unmake what lives inside me. If you follow me, if you place your hand in mine, then I will take you beyond their walls, beyond their rules. We will build a life without their eyes upon us. We will live as two souls, not as two prisoners. You will not be a widow, you will not be a queen, you will simply be you, and I will simply be me. And in that exile, in that freedom, perhaps for the first time we will be alive. But if you cannot, if you will not, then at least let me hold you once. Let me breathe against your skin, let me taste the truth on your lips. Let this moment burn itself into my memory, so that even if the world tears us apart, I will have this, the moment I stood before you and said your name without fear. The moment you became not my brother's widow, not my forbidden queen, but my love, my only, my home. Let me give you my last breath, my last vow that even if I lose you, I will never regret loving you. So this is my decision, this is my vow. I am no longer the prince who bows to silence. I am no longer the brother who hides his heart. I am the man who has chosen you above all else, and I will not turn back. If the kingdom burns, let it burn. If the heavens fall, let them fall. But know this, in the ashes, in the ruins, in the dark, I will still be calling your name. And if you whisper mine back, even once, then nothing they build will ever stand between us again.